So we got Pace, Morby here. What's up, my friend? How are you?
doing?
Okay, so how would you describe yourself in terms of, as a businessman? You do a lot of things. You're engaged in fixing and flipping. You have your own TV show coming out. You're in the finance world in terms of helping people figure out ways to buy houses, right? So how would you overall describe yourself?
Really simple. I would say it starts with REI, so real estate investing. And then from that point, REI now doesn't stand for real estate investing. Once you get into real estate, you have all these other opportunities, right? Real estate investing is the acronym, but then it goes into replace expenses with income. So for example, I'm doing fix and flips, I'm doing wholesale, I'm doing whatever, and I utilize a title company to do that.
Right.
So why don't I go in and take over a title company? Now I own a title company, right? Transaction coordinating. Why don't I start a transaction coordination business? Hard money lending business. Anything that costs me money, I replace that expense with income by building a business around that.
Got it. So you're a
essentially
big
what it is.
believer in vertical integration. basically.
100%. I mean, you know this. You start talking about one thing in your life, the other things all rise, right? And so I'm not a guy creating rocket ships and then going off and selling shoelaces. I'm a guy selling real estate related products. So when I talk about one, the other ones all rise.
Right. So as a rule, do you think that you should always vertically integrate, or there are certain things? Because let's forget real estate for a second. So vertical integration applies to any industry, right?
Right.
And major players, enterprises like Ford Motor, really perfect this in General Motors, right? Back in the day, they go through these phases where they go like into full vertical integration, where they like want to buy every single part of the supply chain. And then they start to go through these other phases. They start saying, wait a second, doing that isn't exactly as effective as we thought. And they will start selling things off or outsourcing. So do you have any sort of like hard and fast rule for yourself in your business? Like when do I want to vertically integrate and when do I want to continue outsourcing the solution?
Yes. Whenever it requires me to hire more people, I try and stay away from it. Because in business, you know this really, really well. You hire people, you now have a babysitting job. Right. So like you look at a Subway franchise, not to demean anybody that owns a franchise for Subway, but that ultimately becomes a babysitting job, right? You've got teenagers you're managing rather than selling sandwiches. And so it's the same thing in real estate. If I have to go out and hire a big old staff to start a new business, I'm not excited about that. Whereas taking over a title company, here, I'll give you a good example. If I'm doing 20, 30 transactions in the state, what I'd rather do instead of hiring a transaction or a title company to do my work, I go to them and say, why don't we partner? Not only will I bring you my files, but I'll tell all my friends that they should bring their files here too. So I can go in and become an owner of a title company with literally $0 out of my pocket by leveraging what I already have. So you got to look at these opportunities and say, can I leverage what I'm doing right now to work my way into a situation that doesn't require me to have any personnel to be hired, managed, onboarded, all that kind of stuff.